So, both of you, get your Starship Troopers quotes at the ready, because there is a new 12-player game coming, and it looks like the dream project if you're a fan of Paul Verhoeven's 1997 classic. So this information coming from Eurogamer, inspired by Paul Verhoeven's cult classic 1997 movie Starship Troopers Extermination, drops up to 3 squads of 4 players onto the front lines amid an arachnid assault, challenging them to work together to complete objectives, acquire resources, build and defend their base of operations, and finally escape to the extraction zones. There are 3 classes to choose from: assault, support, and defense, each with their own weapons, equipment, and perks, alongside a base building system that sees players using resources acquired from planet-side refineries to construct walls, towers, ammo stations, and various other amenities in an effort to gain the upper hand in battle. This just sounds amazing! Jamie, would you like to know more?
Oh, my heart. I love this film so much. It is an absolute classic. And the game looks insane. Like, you see the amount of bugs on screen in that trailer. Sweet fuck, that is going to be... I've already decided I am exclusively playing support, and I will only heal anyone if I hear them shout, "Medic!" It's just... I love games like this, and I've always liked like horde modes and firefight and waves of enemies and stuff, especially when you can build up defenses. So there's that anyway, like with that sort of with the bugs of Starship Troopers, I was pretty well sold. But I watched that trailer, and I watched it very closely because I wanted to see how the base building mechanics looked, and they look pretty solid. Like, you're basically just... It looks like you're going to be throwing up chunks of base, right? So it's going to be select the wall, select the ammo crate, select the... But they're there, just pops a welder, it builds. Like, it's pretty simplified, which is fine, because it looks like it's going to be fucking insanity out there anyway. So, but they're throwing up this base, and then they're up on a wall shooting this wave, and like, it's just a carpet of death. I thought, yeah, that'll do me. That's what I want to see. Like, what I hope is that we'll get some... I really want to see some like really nasty kills with the bugs, like, people getting, like in the film, with like the pulled in half and that sort of thing, because you need it. Make it gruesome, make it mental, and I'm sold. This is I'm absolutely getting this. I need it. Hook it to my fucking veins.
It's perfect for that format as well, right? Because the movie is all about unsurmountable odds, waves of arachnids coming over the horizon and rampaging like a sea, like a raging ocean up against the fortress where you're trying to hold out until the dropships arrive and get you out of there. I was like, I'm hugely excited for this as well, and it's like, why have we never had this before? Is it technical limitations? Like, why have we never... I mean, I don't remember around the time that the movie came out, a little bit after, there was a Starship Troopers game, which was pretty cool. It was a first-person shooter. But I didn't really hear much about it after that. And then finally we're getting this one, which hopefully they have the power to do literally hundreds, maybe thousands of arachnids coming at you, horde style, kind of like Dark Tide, I suppose, Sarah, whereas it's just waves upon waves upon waves, and you've got to hold out, you've got to fall back on your different classes and just try and get your base okay, and whatever the objectives might be. And I hope there's different types of missions. It's not just all wave based. It's things where you have to go hunt a brain, arachnid, things like that. You have to be super quiet and sneaky and try and capture a brain bug. Would be really, really cool. Like other things. And if Tom Clancy isn't cast in this, I'm going to protest it, because the enemy cannot push a button if you disable its hand. And he needs to be in it. He is so iconic in that role.
It's absolutely one of my favourite film quotes of all time. And one that you very rarely get to apply in games as well. There's hardly ever a moment where you get to pin someone. I remember yelling that in Half-Life, because there was a scientist reaching for something, and I saw it, and I just put a crossbow bolt through his hand into the wall. So
brilliant.
But it was a scripted sequence, so he just took it like a champ and carried on and completed the next 5 minutes of what he was doing, and then died in front of me. So, wasn't perfect, but nah, I'm sold. so sold. I really want this game to come out now.
It looks amazing.
I know.
Are we waiting till next year? Is that right? Did it say 2023?
Yeah, sometime in 2023. Early access is expected to last around a year. That's pretty good. And the final release promising multiple worlds, plus additional weapons, enemy types, class progression upgrades, community events, and encounters.
Nice.
What's exciting, though, as I said, all of this plays out across a massive, inverted air quotes, massive 5-zone map known as Planet Valaka, where players go up against steadily escalating swarms of what will initially be 5 distinct bug types as Steam Early Access begins with the Drone, the Warrior, Gunner, Plasma Grenadier, and Tiger Elite. Jamie, can you imagine the giant beetle bugs from the movie, which I always thought Halo 2's Scarab was a nod to the giant beetles in Starship Troopers. Can you imagine if you all have to go up, band together, the 4 different squads, or 3 different squads, whatever it was, and all try and take down one of these ginormous beetle bugs, which is just like fire hosing lava at you, and you're trying to avoid that and take it down. That'd be so cool.
There's so much potential for sort of almost like Monster Hunter-esque huge battles, but with obviously bigger teams. And I love the idea of like it being 3 squads of 4 that are out on this world, but you have to like cooperate between squads as well. So you gather your buddies and you go out there and play, but there's also like this other squad you can get in touch with. Like, I hope you can. It'd be quite nice if you could spread out across the map as well. So you'd have like 3 separate bases, but could work together on stuff. So you like,
that could be cool.
There's so much potential.
I just want my character, my custom character, if there is custom characters, hopefully there are, to be a heavy gunner, and I wear a necklace of arachnid teeth of all my kills and trophies, things like that. I just want to, like go native, kind of like go wild with it with my character.
It's early access. It's going to be coming to early access. So let's get in on the ground floor, play the crap out of it, talk about it constantly, and basically make it impossible for them not to use the ideas we're coming up with.
That's the perfect plan.
I like that idea a lot.
We'll take them down from the inside. I mean, we'll boost them from the inside.
Support. We're supporting them. Yeah.
We're helpers.
Is it PC only?
It will be for now, yeah.
Ross,
Steam
on.
Early Access. I know.
You got to go get yourself a good rig and
it's
join
time,
us.
buddy. It's time.
It's time.
Starship
right?
Troopers needs you.
Starship Troopers, Dark Tide, all of this stuff is only PC only. I know. Hey, if anybody wants to, if any PC manufacturer wants to sponsor the show, then I could do it with a PC rig. I have no PC rig, so just throwing that out there.
Just think about how much easier it will be for us to talk about these games if Ross can also play with us.
We could have a regular segment which is just like early access games or PC only, little indie games, Steam sale corner sections of the show. We can do all of that stuff. God damn it. I know. It's inevitable.
Putting it out
there. It's inevitable that I'm going to have to get a PC at some point.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, this game looks so good. I can't wait. I love the fact that it is 3 squads of 4, because so at the moment when we're playing Darktide, we've got about 9 of us that have the game, and so we'll all go into one Discord chat, but we're playing separate games, so we're all shouting at each other and no one knows who's talking to who. So it's a bit chaotic, but it's fun. But I just imagine if you got like 12 people all together, or you had like a regular set of 3 sets of 4 squads, that would be so cool, because that's the one thing that we're finding. Obviously it's lovely to play with the groups of 4 of us, and what we just rotate and we switch people out and we play with all different people in our group of 8. But yeah, it would be even better if we're all playing the same game at the same time. It will be absolute chaos, but it would be great. Like, you can just hear, if you're sort of split into 3 different areas, like you were saying, Jamie, you'd have like, someone's like, such and such is coming at me, cover me, give me some cover fire, I'm going across this way. And someone's like, what, where are you? I don't know where you are right now. No, I'm not with you right now, I'm in the other squad. Oh my God, okay, fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, it will be, it's going to be great. Yeah, let's kill those bugs. Only good bug is a dead bug, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm doing my part. Absolutely. I love it. It's so quotable. It's just like Aliens, like not Colonial Marines, but the movie Aliens. That movie is so quotable, and so is Starship Troopers. It's not
Yeah.
often that a movie becomes so iconically quotable that it's a pop culture thing, you know. And Starship Troopers was one of those movies.
I did wonder whether or not the reason why they hadn't done anything before now might be sort of to let the nostalgia build. So like maybe they were like, oh, well, let's, if we did it sort of 10 years after release, you're probably not going to get the same effect as now, which is what, quick maths, what,
25
years. Yeah, that is,
that's true.
You're way more likely to get people that are like, oh my god, I loved that film, I love everything about it, and I think that's very clever, in the same way that I wish Ghostbusters had kind of maybe kept latched me a little bit more. Like I feel like I played a little bit of it and was like, okay, cool, these are all the same maps. It just kind of felt like it needed a bit more content in order to keep me going, because I haven't gone back to it for a while. I did really enjoy it, but I hope that there's enough in this that it doesn't fall to the same fate as Ghostbusters did for me, anyway.
Totally. I think you're right, and I'm hoping that this obviously this ginormous 5-zone map will have lots of activities for you to do, like little fire team missions, like big expeditions, big bug hunt missions, and of course, get back to base. We're getting overrun by this wave of arachnids. Help us, kind of thing. Send in support. That kind of stuff could be really, really cool, and a bit of longevity for it as well.
Yeah, for sure.